rafters.
Rafter.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Right.
Okay, say
Okay,
it.
rafters. R-A-F-T-E-E-R-S.
Hi everyone. Welcome back to IELTS Chang back. Today I'm here with Jeremy, and it's winter now, right?
It's cooler now.
It's cool. It's cooler now. So we are very happy to talk about some very tricky topics to give to you guys. And today we talk about
Crowded.
crowded. Yeah, we talk about crowded places. Actually, there's a topic in IELTS Speaking Part 2. They say describe a crowded place that you have ever been to. So if I ask you this question, which place springs your mind? The crowded place. The crowded place you have ever been and you will never come back.
Oh, I don't know. I guess growing up, maybe when you're younger in the UK, or maybe a nightclub or something.
Nightclub?
Yeah, they they pack them in like sardines, right?
Pack them like
Yeah, so you just can't move anywhere.
Right.
I would say that, and maybe a football stadium.
Football stadium.
Yeah, because I'm like a big Liverpool fan, like avid
Manchester.
Liverpool. No, not Manchester.
Not Old Trafford.
Yeah. So Anfield, obviously, yeah. Maybe not so much in the stadium because obviously it's all seater now and the organisation is good. But outside the stadium, especially after the game, when you've got like 30, 40 or 50,000 people all trying to go out the same, it's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's terrible.
How about the places, the most crowded places in Vietnam that you have ever been and you would not recommend people to go there?
Actually, I don't really take much note. I would mostly the streets in general. I would say outside, especially some of the big streets here. You know, near some shopping malls or something like, especially Royal City, and some other ones. I would say, yeah, it gets pretty crowded.
Pretty crowded. Yeah.
The airports here in Saigon and Hanoi actually are not too bad. I guess it's sometimes they are, sometimes they're not.
How about the Ta Hiet area?
The
Ta Hiet area, the old quarter street. Very crowded.
yeah, I guess at weekends.
Super crowded.
Yeah, I guess at weekends because they have the barrier up, right?
And the walking street.
Yeah.
The walking street.
Yeah, I guess it. But then that's just at weekends. Once the barrier's up in the week, then it's not too bad. You know what I mean? And depending on the time as well.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So in order to nail that topic, in part 3, they will ask you some follow-up questions about crowded. Now, in order to diversify your lexical resource, you need to have a very good range of vocabularies. In other words, you need to know the crowded synonyms, which me and Jeremy already brainstormed a few minutes ago. Right. So the first synonym is
Packed.
packed. In what context and what does this mean?
Just means something is full, not like full in your belly, but you know, a place is full or
place is
crowded. So you can say, for instance, on the way to work this morning, I took the bus or I caught the bus, and it was just completely packed.
Yeah. Or you can say fully packed.
Yeah, fully packed.
Remember the ending sound, we say packed. So like T at the end, right? Work on your ED sound if you don't know how to nail this sound yet. The second one is the idiom actually. Like sardine.
Packed like sardines or packed in like sardines.
Pack in.
Yeah, packed in.
Pack in, but you
Yeah.
say pack in, right?
Yeah, packed in.
Okay. Or packed like sardine.
Yeah, packed like sardines.
If you search the Cambridge dictionary, they also have squashed. Can you say that word?
Yeah, squashed.
Like
So squashed like sardines, or you squash something in.
okay. So which one is more common, you think? And
I would say packed. Yeah, because you can pack people in or pack something in, but you can't squash something in.
Yeah.
So squash is to, like for instance, you squash an orange or you squash a lemon.
Like this?
Like you juice it. Yes, wash it.
An
But
orange.
yeah, packed is you physically
put.
put something in. Yeah.
Very good. So if something is packed like sardine, it means it's also full of people. The good example in here, they say we were packed like sardine in the rush hour train. Very nice example. Okay, and the
You
next.
can say sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. You can say like packed to the rooftops or packed to the rafters. We will say in the UK.
Packed to the rooftop.
Yeah. So packed to the rafters.
Rafter.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Right.
Okay, and say
rafters.
Rafter.
Rafters.
Packed like
Yeah.
raft.
Packed to the rafter.
Packed to the rafters. Packed to the rafters.
Or packed to the
RAF.
rooftops. Yeah.
Packed to the
RAFTERS.
It means.
The rafter would be the rafters in the roof. So you can say packed to the rafters or packed to the roof.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so in here they say a place is completely full or overflowing
Yeah.
with people or things.
Yeah.
So for example, we say the arena
Yeah.
was filled to the rafters with fans ranging
Fans
ranging in age from
8 to 80. So it would be a concert.
concert.
Yeah, something like that.
Arena.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting, right? And the next one is
Overcrowded.
what is overcrowded? Easy.
It most likely means that you've let too many people in to an area. So, someone's job to stop the overcrowding. So it means rather than myself or you packing something in or physically we're going, it means that someone else has, let it do it. It's from the other side. Yeah.
So you can say overcrowded cities like Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi. And do you think your city is crowded, overcrowded? Here for sure, right?
Yeah.
Hereford?
No.
Okay. London? Is London overcrowded?
Maybe at certain times in certain areas, but yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. Bangkok? Overcrowded?
Yeah, Bangkok. I guess Bangkok the same. It depends on the time,
Depends
the
on the
place.
time.
Different areas get overcrowded and others are empty, right? So yeah, I guess it depends on quite a few aspects, right?
Yeah. I guess what Jamie means is that during the rush hour
The rush hour.
or during the
peak time. Yeah.
right? Or peak hours, right? So there's very crowded. Oh, we also have jammed.
Yeah.
Jammed. What is jammed?
Jammed. It's the same. Jammed in.
Jammed in?
Yeah. It's just full.
Full.
Yeah, full.
So in here, the example in here, because the train was delayed, all the coaches were. Is it coaches?
Yeah, coaches.
Yeah, all the coaches were completely jammed. So also
it means it's a backup of something like like a traffic jam. It means the volume of a train, the volume of vehicles, or something like that. Then it causes the congestion, right? Or the gridlock. Yeah.
on the gridlock. Yeah, so that's all the synonym for crowded. So now I will ask Jamie those follow-up questions in part 3. So stay tuned to hear what he's going to answer. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so let's come to the first question. In here they say, which cities are crowded in your country? Which cities? Which cities?
I would say mainly the big cities. Definitely the capital. And the bigger cities. And then the smaller ones, obviously they will be crowded, but then at peak times, obviously school run in the morning, and then at tea time, as we say in England, which is when you finish school, finish work, like the 9 till 5 job is very common, right? So in the morning, like around 7 till 8, and then in the evening, I guess from 4 till 6 is the peak time. So I think most places will be pretty crowded at that time. But always in the big cities, the volume tends to stay the same.
So, what would be the top 3 biggest city in England, you think?
The 3 biggest?
Yeah, you think in India they say cities and you say mainly big cities. Right?
London.
The Lake District?
No.
Bath.
London, Birmingham. Maybe Birmingham. London, Birmingham.
Peaky Blinders.
And then you're looking, I would say, between the other ones, I'm not sure, Bristol.
Manchester.
Yeah, Bristol, Manchester. Maybe Sheffield. Leeds.
Liverpool.
Liverpool is big, but it's not as big as Manchester and Leeds
Manchester
and Sheffield,
is
I don't think. Yeah, Manchester is pretty big. Actually, Bristol is very, very big.
Really?
Maybe people don't realise. Yeah, Bristol is quite near my hometown. And Bristol is quite big.
Oh, right. So mainly big cities, metropolis, right? All over the place, all big modern urban cities will have like a lot of people and crowded. Right, let's come to, so will there be more or less green space in cities in the future, you think? Green space in cities in future.
I'm not really sure. I guess they're trying their best, right? A lot of countries, they try their best. But then obviously with a lot of countries in the world now that are overpopulated, which gives them, less scope, less room to play with. So it's like the law of averages, I guess, you know what I mean? And I'm sure that a lot of countries, cities, they have planned to do this in the future, at least to, maintain what they have and not get any worse. But I mean, the UK is not too bad.
Yeah, green space all over the place.
I mean, it could be better, but it could be a lot worse. And obviously with technology and everything else, then they long as they can do little steps, like baby steps to improve it.
Baby step.
Yeah, then just to progress, I guess. And obviously, with education in schools and everything like that too.
Have you ever been to the Hyde Park? That's my favorite place if I go to London one day. The Hyde Park.
Actually, off the top of my head, I honestly can't remember. And if I did, I was very young. I tend to not hang around or stay clear of London, basically because of the crowd, the crowds, the expense. It's not cheap. So even being brought up in the UK and living in the UK, for large parts of my life, there's a lot of London that I haven't really seen.
Really? What would be the nice parks in England that you remember and recommend people to go, like consider at green space?
Now
you never go to the park, right?
No, you're asking me the question now. I guess a lot. I haven't been. Well, I've been back once in 5 years. And obviously my pastime is fishing, so I spend a lot of time
in the park.
Yeah, growing up in the countryside.
Yeah.
To be honest, you go out of the big cities and there's a lot of green. There's a lot of green. A lot of space, a lot of farming. And even going back this time, like I would get up in the morning at 6 a.m, walk at 6:30, maybe for 2, 3, 4, 5 kilometers, and some days I wouldn't see anything. No people, no tractors, just animals. That's it.
He told me that he even felt a little bit weird.
It
no
felt
people.
A bit eerie.
Isolated.
For the first few
What?
days.
Eerie?
Like eerie.
Eerie.
Yeah, like a little bit spooky.
Spooky.
Yeah, there's no people. It's just
Spooky
so
season.
peaceful and quiet.
Right. Yes. So I think that England, or I feel like other countries, they really prioritize green space, which is pretty sad. In Vietnam, we don't really have green space.
From the countries I've been to, France has a lot.
But I'm
to France a lot. Even Canada, when I lived in Canada, has a tremendous amount.
Yeah. But yes, like Jamie said, in the future, for sure, they will prioritize more for green space because it boosts mental health tremendously. Question number 3. So will people use bikes more or less in cities in the future? Bike here, like bicycle.
I mean, you would like to think so, right? But I guess it just depends on the plan and maybe what people want, and obviously the season. I mean, you don't really want to be riding a bicycle in the winter when it's freezing cold and it's pouring down with rain. Yeah, it would be great, but then you know, maybe you have to change people's mindset of doing that, you know, and maybe it will take longer to get to work, but obviously it's healthier for the environment, but healthier for you too, right? It's exercise and other stuff. So, I mean, you can see it in some places. You know, the bikes everywhere come from the country, and you just put the code or you pay, and then whether you don't have your own or
That
not.
would be amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that is a thing that Amsterdam do very well. Yeah, bicycles everywhere. So we would like to think so, but we are not sure. It can happen. So
Also, you need the safety thing as well, like Hanoi
wearing a
here.
helmet.
I mean, and maybe like in England, and in a lot of countries they have specific bicycle lanes.
Right.
So you know, you can ride the bike and feel safe that, you know, a bus isn't going to knock you off, or a car isn't going to knock you off, because it's specifically for bikes.
Yeah.
So if they done that, then I think people would feel a lot more confident knowing that their safety is okay, you know. Yeah.
Totally agree with Jeremy. I feel like the most important thing is the road infrastructure first. Like right now, we don't really have bicycle lanes, so let alone how can people feel comfortable riding a bike on the streets, right? So yeah. Anyway, so only 3 questions in the topic crowded. Interesting. Only 3 questions. So I want a bonus to you guys to say when we have a lot of people, we can say a crowd of people, right? A crowd of people. A multitude of people as well. Can you say more?
Multitude.
Multitude.
Yeah.
Multitude. A multitude of people. And then the verb, if there are a lot of people come to a place at the same time, like hundreds of people here, like they move or they come together, we say
Flock.
flock to.
Yeah, flock to.
Like they move in group. And would you mind reading the example in here for them?
Crowds of
People.
flocked to see.
The Picasso.
Flocked to see the Picasso exhibition.
Picasso.
Yeah, Picasso
Exhibition.
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 Picasso.
Yes. How can you not read my handwriting? Not too bad at all. Like guys, my handwriting is not that too bad.
No, it's not too bad. Just get smaller as you go along. You start
Really?
big and then it's.
Anyway, flock to is a very nice one. And could you believe that I asked Jeremy the word throng? If I search on the dictionary, they say a crowd or large group of people, but Jeremy said that it's not common. Maybe it's more for writing.
Yeah, maybe.
For speaking, then
it's,
people don't really
to be
use
honest,
that.
It's a new one to me.
It's a new one. In here they say a huge throng had gathered through around the speaker. I think this one for writing. In speaking, Jeremy say never heard that before for
You
sure.
learn something new every day, so.
Yeah, we learn something new every day. Right. So thank you so much, Jeremy, for
You're welcome.
yeah, spending your valuable time. He doesn't have much left time in Hanoi, but still. But still spend time with me, so I really appreciate that. Make sure you guys give us a
Thumbs up.
yeah, thumbs up, and leave us any comment for 3 questions that we have here, and make sure you write out all the synonym of crowded, and that's how you apply into your speaking. Yeah, so bye for now.
Okay, bye.
안녕. So crowded synonym we have yeah, okay. Cách. Yes. But here we have cách like sardine and squash. Squash. Like sardine. Which one is more common? Cách, right? But even, do you really often use that? Cách like sardine?
Yeah.
Really?
The nightclub.
Packed and squashed is different because packed is pack something in. Squashed is you can squash something. Like you squash an orange, you squash
Like if we squeeze that? We squeeze the
so
orange.
squash is, you squeeze the orange, squash is something flat.
Differently from other episodes, we focus on pronunciation, which is the most basic thing that I think most learners tend to skip that. Don't you feel so?
I think so. Yeah. I think they focus more on grammar.
Yeah,
now,
they focus.
and they lose touch with pronunciation, communication.
Yeah, but pronunciation is the most basic thing because if you pronounce correctly, you can listen correctly, and then you can speak correctly.
Yeah, speak
right?
fluently
Yeah.
correctly,
And today we talk about homophone. What is homophone, Jeremy?
It's a word that sounds the same,
Sounds
but the spelling is different, and it has a different meaning.
Yeah, the meaning is different as well. It's a very special terminology that you guys should know. So let's start with the first pair. Number one, we have so and so. So the first one, so, S-O-W. What does this mean, Jeremy? I don't...